Hey yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Dream Harmony, and we back at it again with another video. And today we're gonna be talking about Devil Fruit Awakenings and what I think about it. Okay, so to provide context, we're gonna be talking about how Devil Fruits possibly awaken and how Luffy's Devil Fruit awakened up in that one chapter when he started when he turned white and stuff. So let's get into it. If I had a transition, it was going and I was gonna come out of nowhere and be talking like this. Okay, so notice that when Gorosei was talking about Luffy, Devil Fruit and how dangerous it is and why they have to prioritize killing him over Kaido, that strong nigga, yes, they had to prioritize Luffy's death over Kaido. So they sabotaged the fight. And they also said that the Gum Fruit seemingly has been like avoiding them. So that's how we know that Devil Fruits have a will of their own. That makes sense because that explains why that one time when they was explaining during the Ennie's lobbies incident why you cannot consume two devil fruits because the devils inside of the fruit will be clashing together and like it'll explode your body because they fighting just to like be the only one in there. So you know so devil fruits must have souls in them or something like that. And Luffy's devil fruit has the name of a god, the Nika Nika fruit, aka basically the Gum fruit with fucking godly potential. So, Luffy was chosen by this fruit at a young age, and most of his life he has had that Gum fruit. So you can basically, assume that the ability of rubber has been engraved into his personality at this point because literally he had it most of his life. And other people who had awakened their devil fruits also had their fruits for a very long time. We don't know when Katakuri awakened his devil fruit or Doflamingo, but what I do know is that Doflamingo had it at an early age. I don't know much about Katakuri either. I forgot. I just don't know, or they ain't say it. But yeah, they had it for a long time though, and their personalities probably aligned with the ability of their fruit and stuff like that. And so they became more in tune, and that's how they became stronger. But that's not the reason why they went to the next level and awakened. Okay, so Luffy has the rubber fruit, and rubber is known to bounce back. Luffy, when he has his sights set on something, he has a unsurmountable will driving him to always come back. Like when he fought Kaido, he kept coming back. He even died and came back from fucking death. If that's not rubber, then I don't know what is. And the whole reason why he came back from death was because he had the will to, because he was fighting for a strong cause that he had the strongest will to fight for it. And because of that will, he bounced back. Now keep that in mind. Alright, let me pause this. Alright, so up in before he bounced back on Kaido, he was up in Gear 4 fighting the dude. Notice how up in Gear 4, it's always been strange. Even before Kaido even said anything, it has always been strange. It's just that because it's anime, who questions stuff like that? But rubber really isn't meant to be bouncing off up in the air and stuff the way it was up in Gear 4. Like he went to Snake Man fighting Kaido and it was just bouncing off the air or like changing its trajectory. That's not what rubber's supposed to be doing. And I wonder what's going on. But what I do know is that Gear 4 is a combination of will and the devil fruit power. Doflamingo noted that when he tried to kick him and his kick was rubberized. I mean, his body was still made of rubber instead of hardening like armament hardening is supposed to do. So they fused. Okay. So with that full blast of Haki Dash Gear 4, I feel like it helped him tap into the potential of his awakening. Like I feel like Luffy's will and the will of that devil fruit fused, and like he was able to tap, because it's a full blast of hockey, he was able to tap into his his true potential, that is gear 5. Because when he was using a little snake arms thing, bouncing off the walls and shit, can't really do that unless you have the freedom to do that. So since he used his hockey, it helped him enhance his freedom and stuff, which is kind of like gear 5, aka awakening. Pause. Okay, so it was said that the gum gum fruit has been avoiding the world government. Maybe it was only able because the fruit can't move. Like that don't work. But like maybe the gum gum fruit was able to dodge the world government because other people consumed the fruit. But it was all for the purpose of ultimately ending up with Luffy. Because like the gum gum fruit name was altered in history, and even the world government ain't had no idea that Luffy gum gum fruit was actually the Nika Nika fruit. They ain't had no idea. But why? That didn't make sense to me. Like, y'all know the properties of the Nika Nika fruit. Y'all should know that that's probably it. But devil fruits do have variants, and it was called a paramecia, so whatever. But maybe it was maybe the fruit got consumed by people and individuals who will was the type of will that the fruit needed for it to like get around the government. And then it ended up in Shanks' hands, and then that's how it got to Luffy. And devil fruits have souls. That is confirmed. And if you got a soul, then you got a will. Because prime example is that you can't eat two devil fruits because the devil's inside your body is going to start fighting and you're going to explode. That's something. Okay, so far we basically have devil fruits awakening is based off no devil fruits awakening is unlocked based the will of the devil fruit user is like the key to unlock the devil fruit's awakening. That's what we have so far. That previous theory about Luffy's devil fruit ending up in other people's mouths, and the fact that the government didn't know that it was that fruit because it was always called the gum gum fruit. They never awakened it, otherwise they was gonna try to do what they just tried to do up in the recent chapter when the bounties was revealed. They ain't know until they seen that stuff and they got information about some stuff. So yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, so Luffy was fighting Kaido for so long until he actually died. Even up in Gear 4, he died. And he bounced back from the death just to keep fighting Kaido. That's a very strong will. And when he came back, he also unlocked awakening. He has such a strong will that he awakened with the devil fruit spirit. So like that power awakened when he reawakened. Something like that. But that is all to say, Luffy's undying will to beat Kaido and always bounce back has literally awakened his devil fruit. And it gave, and what I get from this is that maybe depending on the devil fruit user, it takes a certain amount of will to like use awakening. Because Law and Kid had awakening, we just didn't know they had it. But Luffy ain't had it until he literally died. But I don't remember Kid and Law dying. I don't really know how they got their awakening. But I don't think it was death. Don't think it was death. Maybe a devil fruit awakens when the user's will matches up to the standard of the devil fruit's will. Because Luffy's fruit is very revered by the world government. So like once he died and came back, that showed how much of a strong will Luffy had. And will get stronger the more you fight. And literally he came back from death just to keep fighting. So it matched up and he had woke up with a new power. Kid and Law, they was fighting with their awakening, and they had a good, strong reason to fight. I wouldn't say it as epic as Luffy's, but they was using their awakening a lot during that fight, even though they said they can only use it once. And the stronger you get, the stronger you get, stronger you get. And that's what was happening with them. But I feel like Luffy's will literally became rubber when he came back from the afterlife after dying to Kaido. And that's why when he was using his conquerors, that's why when he woke up and shit and it was all crazy and the lightning coming out of his body and stuff, and everybody on Onigashima could feel the aura that Luffy got up there. Yeah, I think that Luffy will itself had woke him back up because he conquered death in that instant. And then the rubber fruit was like, oh, this is the one. And he matched that energy. Or like he had to, because Luffy was just, he had that impeccable will. Now let me give you an example. So Ace has the flame fruit. I was reading this right here, and I feel like he would definitely be the one to unlock this devil fruit's will, because when he was fighting, when he was like because of his upbringing, his father being Goldie Roger and all that stuff, and he having all this, he have all, his little thing going on. It was said. Okay, so after Shanks and Ace was like meeting and had a little fun time, Shanks asked his right hand Ben Beckman what do he think about Ace, and he said that from the moment he approached the shore, I could sense his haki. It was like flame itself. He had like a will of fire, like Naruto will of fire. He had a will of fire himself. And I believe that Ace's goal was something like being recognized. He had a fire in his heart of being recognized and stuff like that. Or something about that. I don't know. Oh, being separated from his father. Like when they think about him, they ain't gonna be like son of Goldie Roger, but more like father of Roger. They said something. Oh no, they gonna be like, oh, Goldie Roger, he was the father of Porcus D. Ace. He wanted to make a name for himself, and he had a flame in his heart, and he wasn't. It was like a passion, or like some, like Sanji, the flame, the passionate flames that he get whenever a female is injured or like try to protect Nami or something. He gets all fiery. It's something like that with Ace, and that's why I feel like because of that, he can really go crazy. I noticed that a video from Part Vision, it was something about the flames of passion being like, passion spurring flames. I feel like it has something to do with Ace will, because his will was literally like fire itself, according to Ben Beckman. Now Blackbeard, he has the dark fruit. In this ability, and literally, he has the strangest way of getting it, which like, I'm like, yo, killing your own crewmate, that's kind of wild. But like, makes sense. It's a dark fruit and it's a dark man. He's like the opposite of Luffy. So instead of like it coming to him, it showed up in a form of like, if you want me, you don't have to take me. And so he took that motherfucker. He killed that nigga, whatever his name was, he killed that nigga. And then he just took that motherfucker. And then he found Whitebeard and he took that nigga shit too. He over here handing out fades. I wonder what's next. Next thing you know, he pulling up on a Kainu, and he gonna take his shit too. Right after he loses to Luffy. Now, if that's a real prediction, I predicted that first. But if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. But I was also thinking Conqueror's Haki might be the main benefactor of a Devil Fruit's awakening, but that really depends on the Devil Fruit. Like if it's Paramecia or something or whatever, it depends on the Devil Fruit. The Devil Fruit is a strong ass motherfucking Heart to Awakening, then it's Heart to Awakening. You might need Conqueror's Haki. But if it ain't all that much, like that, then you ain't. I feel like Big Mom and Kaido's fruit would be very hard to awaken though. because the ability of Kaido's fruit already is so insane. And then Big Mom, that's just strange. So, but it really depends on the user and what they do with the fruit. And sometimes when your will slash personality, whatever you want to call it, aligns with the fruit's intentions, or like some way aligns with it, like the stars align it, if it aligns with it, then it's meant to be and it's just gonna awaken. And my best example of that is Luffy, literally because my boy is always bouncing back just like rubber. Alright, see you on the next video. I wonder what it's gonna be, but I'm thinking. Peace.